Hey, good morning. Good morning. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Y'all, there's something freaky going on with social media this morning. My Facebook and Instagram just locked me out. So, which is a good thing because now I can focus on y'all. Anyways, let me share my screen so we can get right into the presentation. I see y'all coming in. Good morning. All righty. Welcome to CEO to Author, the masterclass. Again, thank y'all for coming. I really appreciate it. I know you could be doing anything with your Wednesday morning. I think this is Wednesday. I know you could be doing anything with your Wednesday morning. So I appreciate you deciding to come here and spend 30 minutes with me. We're getting started a little bit late because y'all late. So we're a little bit late, so I'm going to have to speed this presentation up because I do want to be done in 30 minutes. So come on in, get settled, and let's get started. So my story, my name is Laquana Brumfield. I am the real life writer and brand messaging expert. I am here to help you with all things brand messaging, writing books to build your brand, and connecting with your audience through words. I will tell you that connecting with my audience through words wasn't always an easy thing for me to do, especially when I started my business. I started my business in 2016. Back then, I was working a full time job. I was working from 2016 to 2018 when I finally decided to quit my job. And I did not quit my job to be a full time entrepreneur, as most stories go. I quit my job to become an Army officer, go back to school, get my master's, and that's where I got my master's in English literature. I do have my BA in creative writing. If you care about degrees at all, I do have those things backing me so that you know I am qualified to teach you all things writing. So moving on further in my story, like I said, I did not have this brand messaging thing down pat. No, I did not. It was very hard for me in the beginning because a lot of times when it comes to telling our own story, we want to leave out the bad parts. We don't want to be vulnerable enough to tell people that, hey, I struggle in these areas. And for me, my struggle was not finding my own voice and embracing my own voice and knowing that my story was powerful enough for me to tell it and attract people to it. So I was hopping on trends and things like that I saw my peers doing. And one thing about trends, they do work in the beginning, but you won't attract your tribe. You want to attract your people that's there specifically for you. And so that's the issue that I had. And that's why I wanted to dive deeper into brand messaging and why telling your story and storytelling in general is very crucial to building the brand that you want, building the type of following that you want, where people click, the buy link anytime you show up because they know you are you. You're going to be vulnerable. You're going to be raw, and you're going to tell them exactly what they need to know. So, moving on to what I have learned when it comes to this thing called mastering your message. What I've learned to when it comes to building a brand that you desire is that trend hopping will never outdo mastering your message. So, like I said, you can hop on every trend that you want to hop on, but at the end of the day, it's not going to attract the people that you want to attract. Your main concern should be mastering your message and attracting the people that's naturally going to gravitate toward you. Your goal should be knowing your voice, embracing that voice, and using that voice to connect with your people specifically. And when I say embracing your voice, I'm not talking about your personal voice. What I'm talking about is your brand voice, the personality that your brand takes on when it connects with people online, when it connects with people through email marketing, when it connects with people on your website. Anytime, over every touch point, you want that personality to be consistent and to like spell out who your brand is. So that's what I mean by embracing your own voice and using it to connect with your people. And I found that writing a book is the best way to reach more people. Like I can be sitting here in this masterclass with you right now, but it's only a few of you guys in here. And the thing the amount of people that I want to reach is way, way, way more massive than that. So when I say my book is on Amazon, my book is on my website, my book is all of these different places where people can go and purchase that book and still get the message that I want to convey. So although I can't touch everybody personally, my book can go in rooms that I'm not in. It can make it to places that I could never make it to. But and so that's why I believe that you should always write a book to extend the amount of people that you can reach. So, writing the book. The bulk of my message is going to be on these 2 pages because writing a book and mastering your message is the bulk of what I want to talk about today. So, finding your niche and deciding what to write. When I say finding your niche, I mean the segment of your market that you want to capitalize on. So, finding your niche, is the main thing you need to do before you start writing. Decide what your niche is going to be and decide what type of book you want to write. If you are a coach, the how-to book is for you because you're coaching, you're teaching somebody something. So you always want to write like a how-to book. A workbook or a journal wouldn't really be for you unless it's a companion to your how-to book. So you have to know what type of book you need to write to capitalize on your audience. A lot of times when we decide that we want to write a book, we do it with our own self in mind. So the thing is, when you're writing a book to build your brand, you're not writing for you. This is not about you. So take yourself out of it all the way together. Take yourself out of it and focus on the person that you are trying to connect with in your audience and the person that you're trying to attract with your book. And so that is who you are writing for. That's how you decide what you want to write. And so when you're choosing your topic, go out there and you're choosing your niche and what you want to write, go out there and ask your audience what they need. Ask them if they need a book on so and so and so and so. Ask them if they need guidance on this. Look at your service offers that you've been offering over time and see where people are booking you the most. If more people are reaching out to you for this specific thing, then that's what they want. That's what they need help with. And so that's how CEO to author came along. More people was reaching out to me for services on how to help them write their book. And so guess what? I wrote a book for them because I can't offer services to everybody. Everybody won't be able to get a one-on-one service from me. A lot of people won't be able to afford a one-on-one service with me, but I do want everybody to be able to get the knowledge that they need. And so that's why I wrote CEO to Author. And anybody can get this book. This book is only $20. The ebook is like $10, I think. So you know what I'm saying? That's how my book was born, and that's how yours should be born as well. And then going on to choosing your topic, like I said, you should ask your audience what they need. You should ask them what they want, and then see what they book you for. And that's how you choose your topic. You choose your niche. You decide what you're going to write. Researching your book and outlining your book. I'm going to tackle these 2 together because basically I research and I outline my business books at the same time because when you research your book and you outline your book, these are basically the topics that you want to cover. So let's say outlining for starters. I start my outlining by by writing down all the bullet points of things that I want to talk about. So I have this whole list, laundry list of things that I'm going to talk about in my book. And then I rearrange that laundry list of things into the order that I want to talk about it in. So if I have like 20 bullet points, I rearrange those 20 bullet points into the order that I want to write them in. And then if some of those things like go together, say if I'm talking about research and outlining, then I put those together because in my mind they go together. Research and outlining, 2 different things, but in my mind, I like to research and outline at the same time. So in my book, they're together. So when I do my outline, I have those laundry list of bullet points, and those are the things that I'm going to talk about in my book. And then when I go to research, I tackle that bullet point one at a time. So say the first thing is finding your niche. I go and I research finding your niche, and I put all the information that I found on finding your niche, whether I read a book or I found an article or I asked my audience or I did all of these things. All the research that I found goes into that bullet point. And then moving on to choosing your topic, researching how you choose your topic. I found all the information, all the research that I found on choosing the topic, and I put that in that bullet point, and so on and so forth. That's how that goes for me. I list out everything that I'm going to talk about, and then I go and research each bullet point at one time. And I do want to say another key tool with researching would be these AI tools that they've put out. So Chat GPT, do not use Chat GPT to write for you, but you can use Chat GPT to go in and do your research for you, because these AI tools can read and research a lot faster than you can. And this will save you a ton of time when it comes to writing your book. So use the things that you have and things like that. And then go through and outline your book, research at the same time. Make sure that when you compile all of your research that you do not copy and paste these people information that you've researched, okay? Because you don't want to be out here like Poe B. Simone getting exposed for plagiarism because you wasn't original enough to write your own content. So use your research as reference and reference only. It is not for you to steal. It is not for you to copy and paste, okay? I just want to make that clear, because we, especially when you decide to write a book, you become a writer. So we don't do that. We don't steal. Forming good writing habits. So if you already been talking about your topic, you're already on social media, you're making content, you got your website, you got all of this stuff, you already started on your book already, you just don't know it. I want you to take the content that you've already started and start repurposing it for your book. So like long captions that you wrote, um, videos that you've posted, seminars that you've been to, if you've been to speaking events and you've already been speaking on your topic, transcribe your speech into words so that you can use it in your book. All of these things are perfect perfect components of the book that you want to put together. Everything, all the information that you've already put out. I will tell you that. Also, you can use tools like Rev. Rev is like a transcription thing that if you're a speaker, this will be very, very useful for you, because you can go ahead and talk all of your points out and then have them transcribe it for you. And you already got like a basic outline of your book, or you already got like the shell of everything that you want to talk about. So use all of these things to your advantage. Also, forming good writing habits would be like setting a dedicated time to write. So for me, in the morning is my most productive time. So I wake up in the morning, I do my morning time with God. And after I finish my morning time with God, then I go ahead and I start writing, because I know I'm going to get the most written in the morning. I know that for a fact, because once 12 o'clock hit, it's over with for me. I don't I don't want to be working. I don't want to do that. So yeah, I get most of my time, most of my writing done in the morning time. And you need to pick a good time for you, and you need to make it non-negotiable. When you say, okay, from 7 to 12 or from 7 to 2 is my writing time, or from 7 to 8, if you can only dedicate an hour a day, or you can only dedicate 2 hours a day, then that is your dedicated writing time. Make it non-negotiable. It's nothing else that you can do at that time. And then also pair it with things that you know you have to do. So for me, I can't write until I finish my morning time with God. So I know that I'm going to get up every morning. I'm going to read my Bible, because I can't start writing until I do that. And then another thing is the gym. So I can't go to the gym until I do this, or I can't do this until I do that. And so you need to form those good habits that help you form a good routine when it comes to your writing. Also, get some writing affirmations. I have a writing affirmation little um lead magnet thing that I give to people, and it's a lead magnet, but it don't have to be a lead magnet if you, because you're already here, you're already a lead. So if you need help like affirming that you can write this book, I do have affirmation worksheet that you can have, where you just wake up in the morning, you read one, and say you writing for 30 days, you get an affirmation a day to help you write your book. And sometimes all you need is word of affirmation, so make sure you have that. Another good thing will be forming good writing habits. Say for example that when you sit down and you write, you can push out 500 words in like an hour or so. Then set your word count goal for the day. Say each day you come into the session, you want to write certain amount of time, certain amount of word count per day. Then set that so that when you go in, that's how what you're going to write. I'm going to try to speed up, y'all, because I only got a few more minutes. I do want to offer you my VIP package in this masterclass. This is only offered to the people that signed up for my masterclass and came. So my regular VIP offer is $17.99. I'm going to offer it to you today for $9.99. So if you decide that you want to book this, go ahead and shoot me a message. I will shoot you over the invoice and contract, and we can get started on that. So I do want to offer you guys that. And then if you have any questions or concerns, let's go ahead and tackle that right now so that I can answer any questions that you have. And then if you don't get them answered on here, because we only got about 3 more minutes, then of course you can always hit me up in my DMs, hit me up, send me an email. We can talk about whatever you need to talk about. I thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate it. This has been so fun for me. This is my first masterclass, so I appreciate you for showing up. I appreciate you for coming, and I cannot wait to do this again in the future.